Good morning. I hope you are well. We are finishing up with statistics by looking at probability. Now, probability is a topic that we've done lots of before, one of my favourite topics, I'll be honest with you. And I'm going to rush through it because actually a lot of the stuff is covered again in year two, but there are a few key things that we need to understand. So a little bit of a warm-up today and then some new stuff tomorrow. We're on page 71 in the textbook. If you haven't got access to the online textbook, please let me or Mr. Godber know, because we can help you out. We can sort it out. That shouldn't be an excuse for not keeping up with the work. So I'm going to go through question 3 and then ask you to do question 4 and 5. So here we've got a sample of dogs, bull mastiffs, and we've got their masses arranged into groups. So the probability that a dog has a mass of 54 kilograms or more, so that is those 33, those 21 and those 2. So if we add those together, we get 56, and there are 140 altogether. So it's 56 out of 140, which of course you would always cancel down. Between 48 and 57, so that's the 3 groups here, 25, 42 and 33. So that's 100 out of 140, which again you should cancel down. We're then given a little bit of interpolation. We're told about a different breed, Rottweilers, and we're told the probability that they've got a mass under 53 kilograms is this. So we've got to work out a similar probability for our dogs, bull mastiffs. Now under 53, so that's the 17, it's the 25, and then it's some of these dogs here, isn't it? So this is interpolation. 51 to 54, that's 3 kilogram width, and we're being asked to go 2 kilograms into that. So it's 2/3 of 42. 2/3 of 42, and that gives us 28. So we've got 17 in the first group and 25 in the next group, and then 28 of the 42 dogs in that group. So we've got 70 out of 140, which is 0.5. So the probability is less than it was of a Rottweiler. The assumption, well, this is always there, isn't it? It's the sort of question. What we're assuming is that these 42 dogs are spread evenly between dogs weighing 51 and dogs weighing 54. So there's an even spread of dogs through that range, which of course may not be the case. So I'd like you to have a go, this is on page 71, at question 4. And then over the page, have a go at question 5. Now question 5 is a histogram question. So you've got to remember for a histogram, so rather than giving you the data in a table, they're giving it you in a histogram. You've got to remember in a histogram, the area of the bars is what tells us the frequencies. And it's not always that straightforward, is it? I've done a quick check here. Sometimes the area doesn't add up to the total. We've got 70 cats in question 5, and you've got to apply a multiplier. Good news. In this case, if you work out the areas of each of those bars, and I've done it for you because it's not a very clear copy in the book, it adds up to 70. So you should be able to answer that. So you're going to have a go at question 4 and question 5. And sit tight, because I also want you to do a couple of Venn diagram questions as well. Okay, so I'm now looking at example 4 on page 73. We've done questions like this before. You've got here a situation, and it doesn't actually mention Venn diagrams, but I'm going to use a Venn diagram to help solve this problem. This is a question about dogs, cats, and fish. And we are being asked to use this information to fill in a Venn diagram. Now, I've got 2 Venn diagrams. I'll explain why in just a moment, but I'm going to get you to pause and see if you can fill in a Venn diagram. My advice would always be start at the middle. So we've got 7 people that own all 3 sorts of pets, and 11 people own dogs and fish. That doesn't mean I've got 11 people there, because that includes the 7 people who have all 3. So that's going to be a 4. So pause the video and see if you can fill it in. Back in a minute. Okay, so 7 people own all 3. 11 own dogs and fish, which includes that 7, so I put a 4 there. 10 own cats and fish, so that included the 7, so I just put a 3 there. And 15 own dogs and cats, so I've got 8 and 7 makes 15. I'm then told that 25 own dogs, so that's all of those need to add up to 25. So if I do 25, take away 8, take away 7, take away 4, I get 6. 53 own cats, so if I do 53, take away 8, take away 7, take away 3, I get 35. And 40 own fish, so if I do 40, take away 4, take away 7, take away 3, I get 26. Now I haven't finished, have I? Because I'm told there's 100 people altogether. So if I add up all of these numbers, well I know that I've got 53 who own cats, so I know that that circle adds up to 53, so I've just got to add 6 and 4, so that's 10, 53 plus 10 plus 26, and that gives me 89. So I know I've got 11 people in this survey who don't own dogs, cats or fish. All right, so that is one way we could fill in a Venn diagram. The other way you often see Venn diagrams drawn at A level is with, instead of the number of pets in this case, the probability of getting that pet. Now this is nice and easy because you've got 100 clients, so the probability that you get a client who just owns a dog and no other pets is 6 out of 100, so that would be 0.06. And so it'd be very easy to change this into a probability Venn diagram. I'm not going to go all the way, but you can see why. So you need to be prepared for either ones where you've got the numbers or ones where you've got the probabilities. So we can now answer this question. Probability that owns dogs only, 0.06, or perfectly okay to say 6 out of 100, as long as you remember to cancel that down. Does not own fish. So does not own fish, that's these 6 here, these 8 here, and these 35, so 6 plus 8 plus 35 is 49, so that's 49 out of 100, 0.49. Does not own dogs or cats or fish, so that's our 11 people here, 11 out of 100, 0.11, and that's that. So I'd like you to have a go on page 74 and 75. I'd like you to have a go at question 2 and then question 6. And you can check the answers obviously because it's in the textbook, and I will go through question 6 tomorrow because that leads us into where we're going next. All the best. Get in touch if you have any problems with that, and as I say, particularly if you are struggling to get access to the online textbook or the solutions, we can help you out with both of those. Take care.